Hi friends, welcome back to my exclusive recipes channel. Today I am going to ditch main courses and make my family's favorite dessert, bread pudding. With Thanksgiving and holidays right around the corner, I believe it is a perfect time for some yummy indulgence. Originated centuries ago as a flawless way of utilizing leftover bread, today however it is no longer just about that. With endless room for customization, this dish has gained its reputation as a comfort food. It is a featured dessert in every trendy establishment and indeed has shed its humble roots. So let's begin putting this together. This is a French loaf that I'll be using for this recipe. Also, Italian bread or brioche goes very well with this pudding. However, you can grab any bread most conveniently available. The most important thing in this dish is to get the right ratio of bread to custard in order to achieve the right texture. So my first step is to cut this bread into bite-sized cubes. Type of the bread used is not important. However, it is important that the bread is at least a day old. Dry, stale bread has less moisture, so this bread absorbs all the goodness and releases them all out in a perfect bite. Fresh bread, on the other hand, inherently has more moisture. Therefore, less room to absorb the yummy custard we'll dip these cubes in. Usually, this pudding is made in an oven, but today I'll be showing you two different methods of making this dish. One is the traditional baking and the other one is microwaving it. They are both very easy and the results are equally fantastic. So first, I'll place all these cubes in a baking tray. Push, press and dump as many pieces as possible. They will all settle down as we pour in our custard. I like to keep the crust or the brown corners of the bread on top. When this dish comes together, this gives a nice crunch and texture on top. Similarly, I'll fill up a microwave safe bowl for making this yummy pudding in a microwave. Now we'll move on to the most important part of this pudding, and that is the custard. In a bowl, I'll add 4 cups of whole milk. Next, I'll drop in 3 large eggs. I'll also add in 2 cups of sugar. Next goes in 2 tablespoons of melted butter. Before adding it into our mixture, we'll bring this melted butter to room temperature, or eggs will cook forming lumps in our mixture. And finally, for lovely flavor and aroma, I've added 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence and give this a quick mix. Here we want to make sure all our ingredients are well combined. Next, I'll add 3 cups of custard liquid into my baking tray. I've also added some crumbs of butter which will stay on top and give a nice crisp to the brown corners of the bread while baking. Adding these crumbs of butter is completely optional, but they really help in giving a nice crunch to the crust. I'll push the cubes all the way in to make sure they all absorb their share of this yummy custard. Now this tray goes into the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 40 minutes. Similarly, I'll add the remaining 1 cup custard liquid into the bowl I want to microwave. microwave for around 1.5 to 2 minutes. What elevates this bread pudding and makes it a decadent dessert is the sauce. While you can use caramel sauce or condensed milk, I like to custom make mine to perfection. So let's quickly make it. In a saucepan, I'll drop in around 2 tablespoons of butter. Next, I'll add in around 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour. I'll cook this for a few minutes. Right at the point when it starts roasting or the raw edge is off, I'll add in 2 cups of milk. Vigorously whisk this for the first few minutes to avoid formation of lumps. Here I'll constantly mix this until it thickens. This should take just a few minutes. Next, I'll add 1/3 cup of condensed milk, which can be replaced with brown or white sugar. This sauce can easily stay in the refrigerator for around 2 to 3 days, and it will thicken or lumps might develop while it stays there. All you need to do is add some water or milk, give it a quick whip, and the sauce will surely come back to life again. Finally, I'll add in half a teaspoon of vanilla essence. There you go, our sauce is ready. Next, in my stone grinder, I'll quickly powder some sugar. I'll sprinkle this on top of my bread pudding. Here it is out of the oven. It looks gorgeous with brown and yellow texture, crispy on top and super moist inside. My microwave pudding is out as well and it looks as delicious. One quick tip, if you're using a microwave, consume it immediately as it tends to become a bit chewy if stored. I'll quickly check the doneness of this pudding by inserting a knife in the center. It comes out clean, indicating the pudding is nicely set. The best way to eat it is when it's fresh and warm. So let's quickly cut and move on to plating. Wow, this soft and moist interior makes me so happy and the crunch on top wins me over. There's nothing like freshly baked pudding with melty scoop of vanilla ice cream on top. I'll pour in some homemade sauce and some chocolate sauce on top. You can fill this up with any combination like chocolate chips, walnuts, raisins or almonds. All of them go so well with this bread pudding, making it a winning combination. I'll shower my plate with some powdered sugar. Apart from dry fruits, bread pudding tastes supremely delicious with fresh fruits as well. Any sweet fruit like strawberries, blueberries, cherries, bananas blend in so well. Try citrusy one, orange like I have, which perfectly cuts and combines with the sweetness. Bread pudding is traditionally an old-fashioned dessert served with a modern touch. Indeed a super comforting after meal bite. Be it Thanksgiving or any special occasion, try my recipe for luxurious indulgence. Do subscribe to my channel and smash that like button before heading out. Until next time.